This time we will be talking about Black Adam discussion. And we're going to talk about everything here today, guys. The nitty gritty, all of it. Everything's going to be discussed this time around. It's going to be great. We're going to talk about Black Adam spoilers. Yeah, we're going to talk about all the good stuff, guys. It's going to be Black Adam talk fully all the time. We're going to talk about I'm going to give my take on the film. And then I'm going to shoot some videos for you guys. And then we're going to play some games in a little bit. But so it's going to be a great day. We're going to have a great day, guys. Welcome to the stream. Get ready to talk some Black Adam. Yes, bro, I'm ready. Let's discuss. Absolutely. So first of all, Supreme, wanted to welcome you to the channel. You're officially a part of the Yoda Joe channel now, which is amazing. Welcome to the family, of course. And secondly, have you seen Black Adam already? Because there is going to be spoilers in this discussion. We are going to talk about everything. The origin of Black Adam. Did it live up to the expectations of fans of the comics? We're going to talk about the fight scenes in the movie, story details, the characters like the Justice Society. Do we like their storylines? Do we think that it was handled well? We're going to talk about the flaws of the movie, the strengths of the movie. All things will be discussed here. I want to know, everybody let me know that they've seen Black Adam so I can start talking full spoilers with them. So I want to understand. We're going to talk about everything. And of course, we got to talk about what does that epic end credit scene mean, especially now that Mr. Henry Cavill has. Yep, I've seen it, so no worries about spoilers. Alright, so let's get into it. So let's start with the very beginning of the movie, okay? So number one thing we got to talk about, guys, is, so I work at a movie theater, and I saw people coming up to me this weekend that really did not enjoy the movie because they thought it was too violent. But what I asked the question is, did you not know that Black Adam is a violent character? Because he is. And this movie really brought that, and I know The Rock said that he really wanted to bring that aspect to it as much as he could. And I thought he did a brilliant job doing so. He really just conveyed that Black Adam is a beast. And I think that was so cool to see. And the way that they handled it was super great, and just, I loved it. I thought everything about it was fantastic in that regard, and I could not be happier to see what they did with it. I thought that was super cool. So yeah, spoilers away, right? So let's talk about the beginning. Okay, so when the story opens up, we kind of get a little background story of how things go in his life back in, Time Doc, in the old days, right? Warrior has a son, and then a family. His son gets the powers of the gods, and they have the wizard from Shazam cameo. But then his son sacrifices his power to save his dad, being Black Adam, and gives his power to him. So that was a big thing. And then, we go into the present day, and we're dealing with these soldiers with guns, the inner gang, right? They're running the new present day Time Doc, and that was pretty crazy. Like, they were running everything here. They were setting up the stage for what was happening. They're causing havoc and pain, stealing resources from Time Doc in the present day. And Time Doc needed a hero. The Justice Society had been out here the entire time, and they didn't do anything in regards to everything happening. And then see, so that wasn't happening at all. Nothing was going on good in regards to what was happening. Not one bit. So it was super crazy that these things were happening in Time Doc, and times were desperate than ever. And then we get to the fact that our main characters, a couple archaeologists, are on a journey to find Sabac's crown, which we'll get into later. But when they go to the tomb they think is the tomb to go find it, there are inner gang soldiers there that nearly kill half their people. We got the funny moment of the brother singing "Baby Come Back," which is pretty funny. And then you have all these people doing their thing, and then they go to the tomb. They find the crown, but they're consumed by everything happening. Dr. Fate was dope. Compared to the comics, yeah, Dr. Fate was dope. He was weak, but yeah, he was powerful, and his suit, damn, it was so awesome. I agree. I feel like with Dr. Fate, this time around, you have one version of the character, but multiple people have taken the mantle of Dr. Fate, so I think you're going to see different things. I think Kent Nelson really knew he needed to sacrifice himself. Even Pierce Brosnan said in an interview today that he could have won the final fight, but Hawkman would have died. So the stakes for that really just didn't work. But yeah, when we're talking about the Justice Society, yeah, so we'll get into that as well. The Justice Society is awesome. We're going to talk about them, I promise. All right, so next, let's talk about the next big thing, right? So we're on to what's going on now. What we're talking about, so we have the Justice Society of America. That was a pretty big deal. Now, we're talking about, which we'll get to them. But now what happens is, so she says the words, ends up releasing Black Adam from the tomb/prison that he was in from the Wizards, because she needs him to save her from the Intergang soldiers that are about to execute her. And so Black Adam comes back with a fury. One thing that is so great about Black Adam in this movie is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We cannot praise him enough for his performance. He is incredible in this movie. He literally has gone, like, this movie, Black Adam is not just a villain, he is complete savage. Like, he straight up murders so many people. He's not a hero, and he stresses that so much, and I think that's so great that they were able to remain true to making Black Adam still a villain and not trying to make him a hero like Marvel does sometimes with its anti-heroes and everything. And so the fact they make him stay a villain and stay true to that is amazing to me, and I'm very happy with that decision. I think they crushed that out of the park. Being able to do that was just out of this world, incredible. I'm happy they could stick to their guns. I really am. I guess we'll see Supes versus Black Adam movie in the future. I wish so. Yeah, I agree. So we'll get to that in the end credit scene portion as well. We'll talk about what that could mean. Because it can mean a couple things, okay? Because we know they want to do a Black Adam 2. We also know they want to do we also know they want to do a Man of Steel 2. So this can mean multiple things. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what they plan for us and what they want to deliver. But yeah, I think so. Yeah, so Black Adam shows up with a vengeance. He's electrifying people. He's turning people into corpses, crushing skulls, and it gets the attention of the JSA. And then the JSA show up, and they completely are sent by Amanda Waller to take down these guys. So we meet Hawkman, we meet Atom Smasher, Cyclone, and of course, Nelson Kent, Dr. Fate. Now, these are great characters. So the JSA individually is great. So Nolan Sorrento played a great Atom Smasher. He's a ton of fun. He has both a Deadpool and Spider-Man vibe and adds that kind of fun humor to the movie, and I really thought that was kind of nice and very fun. It was cool to see that they brought that with them. I thought it was cool that they were able to contribute and do what people wanted to see. And I thought that was cool. I really did. I thought it was really something unique and fun. And I think it was pretty awesome. I really do. I thought that was really cool of them to do. And so that was really nice that they were able to pull that off. And so that was fun. And the friendship between him and Cyclone was great. The fight scenes with the JSA versus Black Adam is awesome. One of my personal favorite characters in this movie, besides obviously Dr. Fate, is Hawkman, because Hawkman kind of feels like Anthony Mackie's Falcon in this movie. He just has this way about him. Like, he's so savage and brutal and funny, and like, you love it. Like, I love how he looks at Atom Smasher every time he screws up and says, "You and me, one-on-one, on the ship." Just, it's so good. The way they did the humor this time around, great. the action was more brutal than previous DC or Marvel movies. Like, Black Adam is just a straight savage. Like I said, corpses being crushed, heads being decapitated. It was fucking crazy, man. Like we always talk about. Like, it was so crazy. It was awesome. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of everything. All right, so JSA's super cool. Hawkman and Black Adam had their problem. Third act with Sabbac was a bit weak, but it was still a very good movie. I still loved it. I wish that they would have chose a better first villain, but you take what you can get, because we weren't here for this. The real villain of everything with this movie is Black Adam, who is here to create a hierarchy of power that the universe doesn't currently have. So they needed Black Adam to be savage. They needed him to be a threat. They needed all these things to happen the way that they happened. And I think that's how it goes. But so at the end of the day, the heroes team up with Black Adam. Dr. Fate sacrifices himself, but the helmet goes somewhere else, so we could very much see. I have a video about Dr. Fate later today that I think you guys will like. So later today, I'm going to do a video about who I think could be a potential next Dr. Fate, and also what Dr. Fate's role could be next. I think that's kind of the big question, is where do we go next for Dr. Fate? How would they play that? How do they want to do that for DC? There will be another Dr. Fate. It just depends who's going to be playing him. But I also still think we're still going to see Kent Nelson, because think about it this way, right? I think Dr. Fate, the former wielder of Dr. Fate, Big Nelson, I think he'll appear kind of like Obi-Wan in Star Wars, where he'll just keep appearing, almost like as like a mentor in the spiritual world, helping the new Dr. Fate kind of thrive forward. So I think that will be the next thing. What do you think? Who do you think will be the villain of Black Adam 2? Well, here's the thing that it comes down to, right? I don't think they'll do Trigon because he's a Titan villain. I thought that they would do, apparently they were originally going to do Eclipso, but then they did Eclipso on Stargirl, so maybe they'll use Eclipso for the sequel. It depends what Black Adam 2 is, because now that they've established Black Adam as a villain in the DCEU, and he wants to be protected for Time Doc, but he also is a villain. Anybody could be his enemy, you know? I kind of think that we didn't need Sabbac in this movie because of the fact that the JSA and Black Adam, they were kind of their own threat to each other. But then they had to team up to fight this third thing. It just didn't feel like that was as needed. But it was still very good. A very good movie, very solid. I definitely enjoyed it. But I feel like the Sabbac thing, I get why they needed it, but I think they could have had another third enemy to face off against instead. But yeah, a sequel could be anything. Like I said, it depends, because when we talk about the end credit scene, it depends what happens. Hey AJ, it depends what happens with that, because if Black Adam 2 is Black Adam versus Superman, then Superman's the threat. If Black Adam comes over to Man of Steel 2, then Black Adam's the villain for Superman. So it just depends what way they go about it. So speaking of which, let's talk about it. Alright, so the movie ends. Black Adam decides that he's going to protect Time Doc, but he doesn't want to sit in the throne on Time Doc. He breaks the throne that Sabbac was so anxious to take, and says that he will always be here when Time Doc needs them, but he's going to be a protector, not a hero. And he said that Time Doc's always had heroes and always had protectors, and he'll be around and still protect them. You know, so that was so cool. I loved how they came up with this catchphrase of "Tell them the Man in Black sent you." I thought that was such a good catchphrase, and the kid that used it, I thought it was so fun the way that they utilized that. It was super cool and super awesome, and I really dug it. I thought it was really something special, and it was really fun, and that was super cool to see. So I really like that. I think that they did a great job with that portion of it, and so that was super cool. And so talking about the end credit scene. So first of all, before I mention the end credits, we've got to mention something really cool. So earlier in the movie, when they bring Black Adam to basically be suspended in animation, he loses his powers for a little portion of the movie, we get to see Hardcore from Peacemaker, which was such a cool cameo. It was great to see her again. I'm looking forward to Peacemaker Season 2, so It's cool to see that Argus is still keeping them around and still utilizing them when they can. So I really liked that. I love that they included that. I thought it was a nice piece, a nice thing to do. It really served a great purpose. And I was a big fan of it. I really was. I thought it was really cool. I really enjoyed every bit of it. It was super cool. Alright, so now let's talk about what the ending meant. So throughout the movie we heard that Amanda Waller wanted Black Adam. So then we get to the end credit scene. And I'm also going to do a video on the end credit scene today, so I'll also break it down for you guys. But we're going to talk about it right now, okay? So the end credit scene starts. Amanda Waller comes on the thing, and what's really cool is at the end of the movie, Black Adam got his most comic book accurate suits. He's got the cape, but he's got the Black Adam looking boots, and just, he looked awesome. All his outfits in this movie were great. But so let's go to this end credit scene, alright? So, this is what happened, right? So, you had Black Adam. It was going down, and when it was going down, Black Adam was pretty much sitting there, and you had this great thing happen where he's just kind of doing his thing, and then a hologram of Amanda Waller appears in front of him and says, "Fine, you don't want to stay in my prison. That's fine. Time Dock is your prison. Take one step foot outside, and you'll wish that you didn't regret it." So that is where we're at here now, guys. So, and then she says, "I got lots of people pretty much from off this." He's like, "You can't stop me. No one on this planet can stop me. I'm the most powerful thing on this planet." And then he says, "I can call in a favor. I know many other people who are not from this planet." And then he says, "Send them all," and uses his lightning to break the hologram. But right as he breaks the hologram, out of the smoke appears the one, the only, Henry Cavill's Superman appears. He's got a new brighter blue suit that feels very New 52, and he has the curl in the front like most Superman does. Like he's got the Henry Cavill curl for Superman. Looks like they're doing a much brighter take on Superman this time, and I'm super excited about it. So I think this will lead to some pretty crazy things. Like I think that obviously you're gonna have Superman and Black Adam fighting, but he says in this end credit scene, "Black Adam, we need to talk." So that could definitely establish some interesting things. Now, what that's gonna mean, we'll have to wait and see. But I will definitely break down this end credit scene and talk about it for you guys later today in one of my videos. But yeah, guys, I think this movie was very good. I think this is truly the hierarchy of the DCEU. I'll do my ranking later for you guys, so you guys can see my ranking of all the DCEU movies, and we'll talk about it. But this was super cool, guys. Thanks for everyone who came in. I really appreciate it. Let me know your score for Black Adam in the comments below. I'm giving it an 8.5. It's not a perfect movie, but it was such an enjoyable movie. It was so fun for me. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. Let me know your guys' scores in the comments below. And I hope you guys have a great day. Look forward to lots of good videos happening today, because I got lots of stuff for you guys today. And let me know your favorite character in Black Adam and your favorite part of Black Adam. I'm dying to know what you guys are thinking. And how are you feeling about DC this year? I think 2022 has been very kind to DC. While we did lose Batgirl, we just got Gotham Knights that came out, which I've not gotten to play, but I really want to play when I get a PS5. We got The Batman, absolutely crushed it at the box office. It was a fantastic film. Still one of my favorite movies. Peacemaker's crushing it. I loved Black Adam. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. And I hope you guys have an awesome and nerdy day. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.